EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents It is just an ideal day for golf. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're getting set for all the action this afternoon at Wetlands Golf and Country Club in Florida. And this is certainly a challenge, Frank.
It is. We really should rename it Drylands because that's the way you want to play this golf course. If you're not dry, then you are going to be wet. That swampland is just all the way around this golf course. In between it, though, is fairway. So fairway, the goal all day today.
And as always, with the state of Florida, you have to factor in the changing winds. Strong opening hole here at the Wetlands, par 5 of 660 yards. And if you get going the wrong way, partner, you might have some alligators nipping at your heels.
It's as hard an opening hole as what you'll find, especially in Floridian golf. Two good shots just to set up a third. That's the simplistic way of looking at this par 5. Really, you try and get too over-ambitious here. There's a pond to the right. There's bunkers in the layup area. Really have to keep your wits about you on this opening hole. 5 is not a bad score here at all.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Let's see what the dominant number 1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. 1 under early in the round. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards.
This one's starting down the right. Does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
And getting ready for the putt. Good stroke right there. That's a par, and stays at 1 under. We're at the third hole now at the Wetlands. It's a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, you watched the Web.com Tour event down here, and what'd you see when the young bombers came to this hole?
Oh, this is a hole they just love, Rich. You know, it's flat, it's long, and it's straight, so they just tee it up, aim it straight at the green, hit it as hard as they can. And some of these guys were just going in with an 8 or a 9 iron. It's quite amazing. And, of course, when you go with an 8 or a 9 iron into this hole, you look at 3 more often than not.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards, and you tee off just in front of the swamp, so golf cart's not going to get you to the green here, is it, Frank?
No, it might need an airboat to go across that.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball's sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. He has this putt for eagle. Wow, I thought he made that. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Getting set for another approach, our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Headed for a handful right now. 4 birdies on the day. Here's another scoring opportunity, Frank. A par 5. The 7th is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the 3-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way and really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever.
Caught that one flush, Frank. That was beautiful.
What was the movie again? Dead, solid, perfect.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Frank, see if he can get the hat trick here.
Oh, things are looking so good. Stroke's good, swing's good. Let's see if it goes in.
Starting to feel it. 2 in a row. 5 under for the tournament. On to the 8th. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So tricky little par 3.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, looking at this par 5 ninth hole, it's 621 yards. I need to make birdie here. What's the best way to go about it?
Well, if you're a long hitter, then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rich. But really the best way to make birdie here, good tee shot, and then contemplate the layup. In between the first two bunkers, there's a nice section of fairway, and that's not going to leave you much in for that third shot to a green that's very receptive. So really, birdie can be made the hard way, wedge and a putt.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Settles in over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. He'll need to be strong with this. Wouldn't say he's ecstatic, but not unhappy either.
At 24 feet, there'll be a lot of players much further away than that on this hole.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Kind of a tricky read.
It's no snack, though.
Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder, just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just didn't go in. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Par 4 11th hole, 443 yards. Frank, what's the best way to play it?
Nice straight drive off the tee, then really reduces this par 4 to size. And then those bunkers, short and left, don't really cause an issue. The green's a little tiny, though, but even if you miss that green a little bit on the right side, it's a relatively simple chip.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Just a couple of feet. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 10th hole has knocked him back on his heels a little bit. He's playing defensive golf right now, and he's struggling. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back 9. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, Think of birdie at least here.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Oh, this is right at it.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. And getting ready for the putt. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. You have to like that. 4 under. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And Frank, the train is rolling down the tracks right now.
Just check another one off.
14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
On the green in regulation. Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Impressive. Once again, that's a par, remaining at 5 under. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this... Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. That had to really hurt Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. 16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Here we go at the 17th. It's a par 3, and it takes one good strike. That's what you like about par 3s of this length, Frank. 238 yards. Can't fake it here.
Certainly can't, and that green just shapes a little bit to the player's right. So the best shot to hit in here would be a little draw. And that is also the avenue provided by those two bunkers. One short left and the other one back right.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, he needs to right the ship in a hurry. That's a bogey right there.
Well, he's got to sort of wipe the memory banks too. He's still dwelling, I think, on that double bogey he made back there earlier in the round, and you know, that's carried over into this, and it's affecting the way in which he's playing.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. What a shot. I mean, almost in. This would give him the par. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Settles in over the putt. Finished the round with an impressive 67.